Bad hair days over and over. Terrible. Sorry. Okay, come on. It's Friday the 10th, if you're searching back on YouTube. Good afternoon, Wales. Good afternoon, Northumberland. Good afternoon, Italy. Tuscany, to be more specific. Here we go again. I say this every time, but I think it's important because you may be viewing this afterwards and you might be a little bit disorientated where everything is. This is Friday 4 p.m. movement snack, Friday the 10th. If it's the one you want, stay here. You're the one that I want. There's a song there. You're the ones that I want. You are the ones I want. Anyway. Overfunctioning as always at this time of day. I think I saw Greece is in, yes. Hello Greece, Apostolis. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Lots of gardening, perhaps. Lots of cake baking. Who's made a cake? Who's mowed the lawn? All these things involve movement. Yes, they do. Sorry, just controlling the influx. Yep, you're here. You can watch. We're here. So, we're about 3 minutes to go, 3 minutes more of this preamble, the broadcast, and then we'll continue with our final 10-minute snack today, which gives us 30 additional movement minutes today. That's not bad. 30 extra minutes every day of movement, accumulatively significant, really, really significant. It's still cold and dull there, George. So sorry. Okay, let's not talk about the sun and the lovely weather anymore. Let's not upset George. It's terrible weather down here in Portsmouth, George. Raining and everything. I haven't been in the garden at all today. 2 minutes and we'll go. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Got a couple of limericks to read you as well. They're quite hard to find afterwards. I had to trace back and find some. I will get to them all eventually. Yeah, we're staying at home, Apostolis. That's why we're here. We're staying at home, but I've invited you into Mum and Dad's dining room. Okay, are you ready? Just to get you in the zone. Vivian's ready for the snack. Carol's ready for the snack. Dawn's still talking about her hot cross buns. Two quick limericks. So if you recall, I think day before yesterday, I threw down the limerick gauntlet challenge pertaining to Make Movement Your Mission. So this one is from Sheila Day. Shout out to Carol's sister and Sandy. Hers goes like this. Beck's called. Come on, get out of bed. Get ready for stretches instead. We replied we'd begin to crowbar some in. It helps us to move more. We all said, ba-boom. One more and then we'll go. Ready? This is from Vanda in Ireland. Hello, Maddie. There was a pandemic of woes. We stopped in our tracks and we froze. But extra movement from Beck's helps us reach, bend and flex as the Fab Movement Mission grows and grows. Nice one, Panda, thank you. Okay, should we do it? Ready, steady? Good afternoon, my name is Bex Townley. It's Friday the 10th of April and this is the 4 p.m. afternoon movement snack. So it's our third movement snack of the day, which accumulatively gives us 30 minutes in the movement bag, or in the movement benefits bag as we call it. The aim of the game is to accumulate gains over time, so over and above the immediate benefits you'll feel now in this moment together. Accumulatively, we can expect for improvement in mobility, some flexibility, some functional strength, all these things. That's why we're here. So let's do it. I will offer some standing and some seated alternatives, and I'm going to ask you to choose which you prefer, and you may want to change between the two. So have a look at the movement first and then decide, do I want to do this in sit or stand? The first minute will be our circulation booster. So if you know what's coming, make a start. A support to hand, steady and strong at an appropriate height. Feet hip width apart, up tall, and just start to march steadily on the spot. March, walk, whatever you want to call it. If you're in seated and you know what's coming, do make a start. I'll do the prompts for that in a moment, any minute now. So we've started to do the circulation booster, and can you see I'm trying to focus on the foot action of this circ boost. Up and lifted through the posture, looking ahead, and as and when you feel you're ready, bring in one arm or two arm or both arms, or you may need to have the support to the front of you or to the table here. Keep going on that in the standing circ boost, please. Seated circ boost, hip walk forward, so lift and shift away from the back of the chair. This is so we can lift and support your own posture so the chair's not doing the work. We can start upper or lower, it's entirely up to you. Today let's start with our march from the floor, and we're trying to focus again on ankles so that the march is really driven from the feet, not from the hips. Try to make that work. Have a look down if you need to, look ahead if you can. And again, as and when you're ready, bringing in one or two arms, or you could bring the hands together to help with that coordination. Or you may want to focus just on the upper body first, and then break that down into lower, whichever is best for you, you choose. Continue with that. So whether you're in sit or you're stand, I'm going to turn this way so you can see, but always use the support if you need. Be more mindful of your standing position, be more mindful of your foot placement. Are you using ankles as much as you can? This is just a minute or so, and then we take a pause. Stand taller, sit taller, and you probably just want to take a deeper breath. Not out of breath, not working up a sweat. This is just a little boost to stimulate the circulatory system. Now in this 4 p.m. session, we're going to work on some slow, calming, three-dimensional movements and some stretch with a little few extras thrown in today. So just to set up the posture, just take a couple of extra of these mobility movements from our morning routine. Up, back and down. Same in seated. If you're in seated, always forward, come lifting out of this position, and just take some extra shoulder rolls just to make sure you're up, back and down. And if you've been in the garden or you've been busy today in flexed positions, you may want to take some extra back extensions, slowly up and slowly down. So just really take some time. Let me show you in this one in stand. Come up to normal posture and then a little bit extra and then return. So move slowly in and out of a little bit more back extension and then have a little release. Okay, good. Just a little bit, please, of extra ankle focus. Heel toe in stand. 3 or 4 of those on each leg. Same on the other side, 3 or 4. Off you go. And in seated, it's either all the way back into full back rest. Foot comes off the floor slightly, and we have this really, really definite flex and pull. So the toes forward, toes back, just forwards and back. None of this wiggling, just really specific, both sides. And then just do what you feel you need to do just to be ready. Have a pit stop through the posture if you want to. Take a breath. In sit or stand. Now you may want to sit down for this next one. We're going to do some of our slow 3-dimensional movements. This may challenge your balance. So if you're in stand, take up lots of support, or if you're seated, forward in the chair, perched on top. We're going to change the arm action today. We're going to take fingers through water. So if you're in a chair without arms, palms up, forwards, turn and come back. Turn the palms forward, just brush to the knees and come back, like so. Lift, keep the posture lifted and open, and it's just a swish forward and a swish back. Can you see it stops at my hips? My arms don't go behind me. The arms are relaxed and it's just forwards and back. Continue with those, slow and controlled, and in stand it's the same. If you want some support, hand on, and we do a single hand. So we turn the hand forward, turn, and it comes back, and it stops at the hip, so it doesn't go behind. Can you see? And then I do the other side, if support's in front, forwards and back. And if you feel confident, or you may just want to put your hips, so you're resting on a strong support, we may want to take that swish movement here. The arms don't go behind me, just forwards and back. And if you're confident, you can come forward from that. Lift and open. Okay. And we're trying this one, can you see it's focusing on the change of angle through the shoulder. So this, brush it like, imagine through water, push forwards from the palms and then turn and then push back. And you have, can you see my shoulders as well? So it's really fluid, but there's very specific stuff going on here. We're opening and then we're closing. Here we have, good. All right, have a little release and relax. Take a breath. Let's add some weight transfer for this. So in standing, we've done this one before in previous sessions. Take up some support, have a look if you need to. The feet are slightly offset like so. And we're going to shift the weight, just a little weight shift forwards and back. Both feet stay flat on the floor. I'm lifted through the posture. One hand on the side, and then I can brush forwards, turn and back. And the focus here is that I've got the weight transfer, I've got my hand on support, and I've got this subtle turning round, and then take a pause. And to change legs, I need to change the side of my support, set the legs, the feet here, and then here and here. This way so you can see. As and when you're ready, of course, you can bring in two. Here at this stage, can you see that my arms are stopping at my hips here and they turn, they're not going behind me. They're not going behind me. Continue with that if you're happy. And in the chair, it's the same. I want to show you an alternative here. If you're in a chair with arms, this is going to be difficult. So I'm going to give you an option. 1 foot, 1 foot. Here's the weight shift in the chair. It's lifted and it shifts forwards and back. Your arms go this way. If you're in a chair with arms and it's difficult to do the water down by the sides, you're going to go in and out this way. And if you can cross over here. Again, we have this slow fluid movement and the wrists and the fingers are in on this. Take a pause, change legs. Both feet are flat, heels are down, lifting out. Here's the weight transfer across your buttocks, and then as and when you're ready, you can bring in this direction. So can you see it's a variation on a theme, different ranges of movement from the shoulder, but everything is smooth and calm. In previous days, just to give this some context, we went up and down, we went this way. All we've done today is change that and come, this way, but we've got these subtle movement shifts and changes with the wrists and the fingers and the weight transfer. How does that feel? All right, good. I would like to move on to our stretches. Have a good old stretch today because there's been lots of activity in gardens and kitchens and things. So let's start with a chest stretch. If you're confident and steady and stable in stand, chest stretch and stand is going to be the one for you. Or if you prefer to take it in the chair, do so. And if you're going to make that transition to sit, just to remind, feel for the chair so you know it's there, and then we sit down with control. So whether you're in sit or stand, let's put on the chest stretch, hands flat, slide them back and just open the chest. If you feel it's comfortable to take those hands all the way round, or it might be that you want to take them around there one at a time and then put on the stretch, that's okay. There's just lots of ways to feel your way around this. We want this open, lifted position. Release. Maintain your breathing through all this. Either one longer stretch or lots of little ones broken up into time. Let me just show you one more in stand. In stand it's here, you might want to put the knuckles here. Lift and open, there's the press. 12 seconds here if you can. If you need to release slowly and go again, you can. Release, relax. Okay, I want to go straight down to the back of thigh stretch. And I want to do something to add to this, just to help you get into this position and make the most of this stretch. Just have a look. Everyone in seated, please, unless you know the standing option. We're going to hip walk forward, just past centre. One leg, any leg, pick a leg. We're going to take it out in a lengthened position, either with the heel resting on the floor or with the foot flat, whichever feels comfortable for you. I'm going to take mine on a heel. Unhook or unbend the knee. Now here's the thing, the stretch comes from a lift and then a hinge forwards. If you're feeling that stretch, you've found it, great, stay there. If you haven't, I just want to reinforce something here. Can you see the line of my t-shirt here? The lift is really important, and if you have a look here, when we sit unlifted, we tend to sink down into this position. So when I talk about lifting, I actually mean, if you watch my t-shirt here, I lift up, I shift what's happening here at the pelvis. Can you see? So this is unlifted and this is lifted. And if I come closer so you can see, you can swipe these comments out the way if you want to. If I turn sideways here. So this is where we don't want to be, where I have this curve, and I want to lift from here. So I lift out, and what we have is it's a shift in position in the hips and the pelvis. That is the thing that is going to find this back of thigh stretch. So have a look again. Extend a leg. And that's when I say here, if you watch, here is the lift and shift. Now once I'm really high and lifted, and I've literally taken my hips into this position, now I hinge, and the stretch should be there relatively soon. And can you see how high my body is? I want to show you something. Don't do this, I want to show you something. If I sink where I don't want to be, I can get my nose down there, but I won't have a stretch. I won't have a stretch. I can go all the way down there. I don't want to go down there. I want to lift up here, shift this position, and then hinge, hinge, hinge. And now the stretch is here. Now it'll take you a while to find your way around that. As a thought, think about lightly hollowing your back, and that might help with that shift in position. Let's come back, let's change legs. Leg is out, release the foot, unlock the knee, lift up, lengthen, and then in position. And this is the stretch, really important for walking, striding, steps, etc. Feel the mild tension and hold that. When you've had enough, or when you've got to 20, 30 seconds, come out of that stretch, slow, 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 and release. Calf stretch. We're going to double up. We're going to do a calf stretch and a back of arm stretch. So let's take one leg out. Nothing happens here now, just lifted. It's just the toe now. The toe comes back I'm going to put my fingertips here and I'm going to ease up to a back of arm. So I've got 2 stretches, back of arm and calf. Slowly release out of there and repeat on the other side. Let me show you in stand. In standing, let's take a backward step, so there's the calf stretch. In standing we can get 3. We lift up out of the hip, I've got my support here, fingertips to here, there. And also in stand I can go for an extra reach. So you've got 1, 2, 3 stretches. Slowly release. And relax, same on the other leg. Have you done the other side? Both sides, we need to do both sides on these stretches. How did we go? That back of thigh stretch, it really takes some time, depends on the chair height, on your legs, but it's all about the position of the hips and pelvis. So feel your way around that. I think the most important thing is, it's not about how low can we get. It's not about nose to your knee. It's actually about lift and hinge. Let me know how you go with that. All right, I think we're there. Thank you very much. 30 minutes in the bag. Tomorrow is Saturday. We will be here at all the usual times, 8 o'clock in the morning. Every movement counts. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for your support and just well done. I just mean that. Well done. I can't believe that you're still tuning in after all this time. So this is great. Hopefully this means you're feeling some benefit, you're feeling some improvement, and hopefully you're getting benefit from all this stuff that people have got to say as well. See you tomorrow. Keep on moving. Every movement counts. See you later. Bye.